Ah, it's rewind time.
Oh god, not again. YouTube Rewind is back! Yay! The videos that nobody really asks for, but we still continue to get. Reminds me a bit of this channel. Rewind has somehow survived yet another year, despite a world record-breaking 17 million dislikes on last year's video. I'm still not quite sure how they managed to do that. Last year's video was so bad that people that were involved in the video started making apology videos just to say sorry for their involvement in such a poor video. Imagine that. The thing is, I don't actually think people care that much about what's in YouTube Rewind, but because last year's was so bad, people have started to care a little bit about this year's. Deji has done a reaction video to this year's Rewind, and it's literally him staring at a screen for 2 minutes straight, not saying a thing. So, spoiler alert, this video will be better. Personally, I think this year's Rewind is better than last year's, but I mean, it's not that difficult. The only way you could do a worse job is by dropping an atomic bomb on some starving kids. Bit much? So here's why I think YouTube got it wrong. Less wrong, but still wrong. I'm going to try and explain it without including all the copyrighted music which they've kindly used. Thanks for that. In 2018, we made something you didn't like. Oh, really? How'd you work that one out then? Was it an algorithm that told you that, or was it the small matter of 17 million dislikes on the video? So in 2019, let's see what you did like. Because you're better at this than we are. Imagine that, the company with the resources of YouTube not being able to put together a nice little video that just sort of encapsulates the year on YouTube. Imagine them not being able to do that. Nice to see the Sidemen getting a mention. Just waiting for mine still, but it'll be in there somewhere, I'm sure, if they've got any sense. I mean, we all saw the Apprentice video that I did. That was Oscar-worthy in itself. So, sure I'll be included in this year's Rewind. They then basically go on to list the top 10 most liked videos by creators on the platform this year. I mean, this could just be tweeted out or done in a similar sort of style to the Spotify Unwrapped thing that they do every year. I mean, this really doesn't have to be in this format, in this type of video. The Rewind has always been about making an original video that uses the creators that have been a big part of the year on YouTube and makes something original from that. It was never supposed to be some sort of top 10 countdown like it's become this year. I don't really get what the point of this sort of very boring format is. It's a very safe format, and safe just doesn't work on YouTube. This is just a glorified list. I will admit I did go and watch the PewDiePie wedding video off the back of this Rewind video. I'm not really too sure how I missed that one, or, you know, how I wasn't invited. Oh, brilliant. Another list of names. I mean, that's a creative way of showcasing creators, isn't it? Why don't they bring in somebody to do these YouTube Rewind videos every year? Bring in like a Casey Neistat or another different sort of storyteller on the platform. Bring the creators together and tell a story of what happened that year. It's not really that difficult, is it? At the moment, they've stuck Statman Dave in charge by the looks of it. Why not just bring in the people that make the platform so good? I mean, you admitted it yourself at the start of the video. You don't know how to do this as well as people on the platform do. Nobody really cares about this category, let's be honest. Not even YouTube care about the category. They've made it a top 5 rather than a top 10, because they don't have 10. I haven't seen a single one of those videos at all this year. Not a single one of them. I mean, if you're going to do such a boring, a sort of safe style of video, you know, at least include some decent categories in there. You know, technology videos, sports videos, science videos, podcasts. They've all done very well on YouTube this year. I don't know why I'm watching Greg here do a backflip. I mean, this isn't even about creators anymore. This is about the number of views that different games get on the platform. Who cares? I mean, fairly interesting stats, fairly interesting numbers. Stick them in a tweet, okay, and let's focus on the people that actually make this platform what it is. Now, to be fair to them, that's a solid category choice. Well done. But it's the same boring format again. Now, this category did have great potential, okay? Creators that just started making videos this year and yet have blown up to millions of subscribers. This would have been a great category if I'd heard of more than one of them. Man throws ball for a living. Brazilian man loves himself for a living. South Korean channel that loves eggy bread. Heard it's cracking. Woman that lives in a van and wears goggles as a fashion accessory. Famous kid becomes more famous by showing what it's like to be famous. Some woman that just proper loves magnets. I mean, she's got 2.7 million subscribers. Jesus Christ. That's where I'm going wrong. I should be messing around with magnets for a living. South Korean guy stirs a big pot for a living. He's not the only one that likes stirring the pot. Right. Jesus Christ, another South Korean YouTube channel. We know where all YouTube's money's going. It's going into South Korean and Brazilian channels by the looks of it. Get some British YouTubers on here. Zach and Jay. Give me some of them lot. And finally, some more loud Brazilians. Seems to be a lot of them knocking about as well. Presumably they're just going around making a racket, are they? Probably should have put this nearer the start. I mean, definitely put it in front of the most viewed video games list, which we had earlier on, because that sort of sends out the wrong message. It sounds like you're prioritising the amount of views that video games get over actual creators. How the hell does she get nearly 2 billion views? I mean, she seems like a perfectly nice person, don't get me wrong, but she's not a 2 billion view creator, surely. Never heard of you. Australian bloke that plays Fortnite too much. The future king of YouTube, fair play. Bunch of guys with too much time on their hands. Bloke that buys cars for his mates. A guy that's named himself after a child's favourite wobbly dessert. Never heard of you. The Brazilian Alfie Days. The all-time greatest YouTuber. Until I catch up, obviously. Just give me a little bit of time. And then it continues to list various achievements from individual YouTubers around the world. I mean, again, just so sort of dull. Such a dull rewind. Right, I'm fuming. Where's this come from then? The first European sports channel to hit 10 million subscribers? Bit niche, come on, doesn't count as that. I mean, I could sit here and say, oh, I'm the first strawberry blonde-haired YouTuber to interview Mark Goldbridge in my local area, because that's basically the same thing, if not more impressive. You know, we can all hit a crossbar, lads, but can you ask questions as thought-provoking as this?
Snogmaria Void, David Moyes, Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho.
Didn't think so. And I guess that's it for another year. They had a year to come up with something, and they came up with a list. So, good work, Susan. Fantastic job. In all fairness to her, she is a great editor. You know, she did a great job here. Fantastic. She knows her way around Final Cut Pro, clearly. So, what are your guys' thoughts on this year's YouTube Rewind? Personally, I don't think it was terrible, but it certainly won't be remembered, and I don't think it really showcased this year particularly well, with much creative flair either. You know, that's sort of the whole point of this platform. It's supposed to be for creators, people that are creative to do something. And yet they've just literally shown no creative flair here whatsoever. Stick a creator in charge of this and maybe you'll actually have something half decent next year. That's all I'm saying. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Thank you all so much for watching and I appreciate you dropping a like on this video. Also feel free to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already as well. You can follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at GameFaceHD. Links in the description below. I'll see you guys next time from the video. Thanks for watching and goodbye.